Mystery and detective fiction explained. Find your perfect whodunit. Did you know that the very first detective story also invented one of the most famous mystery tropes, the locked room mystery? Since then, detective fiction has exploded into a world of subgenres, from brilliant Golden Age sleuths to hard-boiled private eyes and cozy village murders. If you love a good whodunit, this guide will help you navigate the best of the genre and find your next great read. The birth of modern detective fiction, 19th century. Detective fiction as we know it began in 1841 with Edgar Allan Poe's The Murders in the Rue Morgue, starring Auguste Dupin, widely considered the first fictional detective. This story not only launched the genre, but also introduced the locked room mystery trope. In the latter half of the 19th century, Wilkie Collins' sensation novels, such as The Woman in White, paved the way for intricate mysteries filled with red herrings and stolen secrets. If you enjoy Victorian mysteries with a Gothic twist, try Lady Audley's Secret by Mary Elizabeth Braddon, a chilling tale of deception and a woman with a hidden past. Dracula by Bram Stoker. Not a detective novel, but its investigative structure and eerie suspense will keep you hooked. Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, a dark psychological mystery with an unreliable narrator and an ominous mansion. The Golden Age, 1890s to 1940s. Enter Sherlock Holmes, the detective who changed everything. Arthur Conan Doyle's A Study in Scarlet set the stage for what would become the golden age of detective fiction, a period dominated by locked room puzzles, country house murders, and amateur sleuths solving cases with logic and wit. Notable authors of the era include Agatha Christie. Still globally popular, Agatha Christie achieved unparalleled fame and fortune with her dozens of classic puzzles. G.K. Chesterton. Father Brown, a gentle priest, outwits criminals and the police alike using his insight into human nature. Dorothy L. Sayers. The aristocratic Lord Peter Wimsey stylishly solves high society cases while enjoying all the finer things in life. R. Austin Freeman's Dr. Thorndyke is a medical doctor and early model for the forensic scientist detective. If you love Golden Age mysteries, check out The Gentleman Burglar by Maurice Leblanc. Meet Arsène Lupin, the French answer to Sherlock Holmes who outwits the law at every turn. The Red House Mystery by A.A. Milne. Yes, Winnie the Pooh's author also wrote a country house murder mystery. Partners in Crime by Agatha Christie. Tommy and Tuppence playfully solve mysteries in the style of famous literary detectives. The Honjin Murders by Seiichi Yokomizu. It's the first featuring Kosuke Kindaichi, in which members of a wealthy family are murdered in rural Japan. Bonus: if you can't get enough Sherlock Holmes, check out the many reinventions of his world. The Beekeeper's Apprentice by Laurie R. King, in which a retired Holmes takes on a young, brilliant female partner. The Angel of the Crows by Catherine Addison, a gothic fantasy spin on Holmes in an alternate Victorian London. The House of Silk and Moriarty by Anthony Horowitz, intriguing new mysteries in the style of the original. Hard-boiled and noir, 1920s to 1950s. The Golden Age's polite, tea-drinking detectives gave way to a new breed, tough, cynical private eyes navigating a world of crime and corruption. Hard-boiled fiction brought gritty realism, moral ambiguity, and plenty of action, with femme fatales, corrupt cops, and mafia bosses abounding. Iconic detectives include Sam Spade, The Maltese Falcon by Dashiell Hammett, Philip Marlowe, The Big Sleep by Raymond Chandler, and Mike Hammer, I the Jury by Mickey Spillane. If you like hard-boiled mysteries, try the Nero Wolfe series by Rex Stout, a mix of action and humor with a detective who refuses to leave his house and a wisecracking sidekick who is just as memorable as his boss. The 87th Precinct series by Ed McBain, the foundation of modern police procedurals. Psychological and post-war mysteries. Mysteries took a darker, more introspective turn post-World War II, exploring psychological depth and real-world criminology. Standout books include The Talented Mr. Ripley by Patricia Highsmith, a chilling psychological thriller, the Adam Dalgliesh series by P.D. James, literary mysteries with deeply drawn characters, and the Skay Carpetta series by Patricia Cornwell, real forensic science meets thrilling crime fiction. For a modern take, check out Tana French or Adrian McKinty, two of the best in contemporary psychological crime fiction. Cozy mysteries, the lighter side of crime. Cozy mysteries replace grit and gore with charming settings, amateur sleuths, and a touch of romance. Popular picks include The Number One Ladies Detective Agency by Alexander McCall Smith. Ma Ramotswe uses her knowledge of people to run a detective agency in Botswana. Hamish Macbeth by M.C. Beaton. PC Macbeth just wants to live peacefully in his tiny village in the Highlands of Scotland and has to use almost as much ingenuity to avoid promotion as to solve murders. Maisie Dobbs by Jacqueline Moonspear. Going from a teenage nurse during World War I to a spy in World War II, Maisie Dobbs navigates the changing world in England with drive and intelligence. Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries by Carrie Greenwood. Australian socialite Phryne Fisher is more than she appears. Moonflower Murders by Anthony Horowitz. A riddle wrapped in an enigma when a mystery author dies unexpectedly and the final chapter of his manuscript goes missing. Historical Mysteries, Solving Crimes of the Past. If you love historical fiction, try the Brothers Cadfael series by Ellis Peters for medieval monks and murder. The Matthew Shardlake series by C.J. Sansom, Tudor-era legal thrillers. Or Perfume, the Story of a Murderer by Patrick Suskind, a twisted 18th century tale of scent and obsession. Tech and Cybercrime, the Digital Age of Mystery. For a modern tech-driven spin, The Girl with a Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson, the global phenomenon with hacking, journalism, murder, and an unforgettable protagonist. The Martin Hench series by Cory Doctorow, financial fraud and digital crime with adventures from cryptocurrency theft to corruption in the prison system and the birth of Silicon Valley. Fantasy and sci-fi mystery mashups, When Mystery Meets the Supernatural. The Caves of Steel by Isaac Asimov, a murder mystery spanning the solar system and a robotic sidekick from the author of I, Robot. Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency by Douglas Adams, hilariously bizarre with quirky British flavor. The Watch subseries by Terry Pratchett, a police procedural in a smart, hilarious fantasy world. Getting into the Discworld books can be intimidating as they aren't officially delineated into series, but rest assured you can start with Guards without reading the earlier books. The Rook by Daniel O'Malley. A woman with mysterious powers investigates her own amnesia in a world of supernatural spies. The River of London series by Ben Aronovich. Police Constable Peter Grant doesn't know what he's getting into when he's recruited into the magic wing of the London Metropolitan Police. Beyond Categorization, Unique Mystery Gems. Some books don't fit neatly into subgenres but are must-reads. The Westing Game by Ellen Raskind. A collection of varied and lively characters compete to solve the mystery of a tycoon's death in order to inherit his fortune. Delightful for both kids and adults. The Big Over Easy by Jasper Fforde. Jasper Ford's unparalleled quirkiness is on full display in a clever and charming police procedural populated by nursery rhyme characters, only for those who fully appreciate wit and weirdness. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. A murder that keeps happening with a twist you won't see coming. The Word is Murder by Anthony Horowitz. Real life and fiction collide in the Hawthorne and Horowitz series, in which the author himself is the sidekick to his fictional detective. So, what's your favorite type of mystery? Classic whodunits, hard-boiled noir, cozy village murders, or something entirely new? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this jaunt through the world of detective fiction, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more bookish content. Happy sleuthing!